Swing low, sweet chariots, coming forward to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariots, coming forward to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, a mid-1800s spiritual. One of my father's most favorite songs, and the actual last song that I ever heard my father sing. Fellow Toastmasters, your spiritual life while here on this earth may be short when compared to eternity, but the seeds of purpose that you plant while here on this earth within the lives of others have an opportunity to live forever. I remember the last telephone conversation I had with my father as I was living in California and he was in Oklahoma. Hey, Dad, what are you doing? Oh, not much, son, just at the church cooking. Oh, okay. I'm just at home watching a basketball game. Tell me, what is wrong with your Oklahoma Sooners as they are getting crushed right now by 20 points? Hold on, son. Talk to your Uncle Richard. And after he commenced to pass me around the entire kitchen for the next 10 minutes, my father got back on the phone and said he had to call me back because he had to finish cooking and cleaning. The next day while getting dressed for work, I noticed I had a missed call from my mother, then from my brother, and then from my niece. I continued to get dressed and I drove to work and still no call from my father. When I got to my office, I sat down at my desk and I reluctantly called my mother, only to have her tell me what I feared in life the most. She said, "Your father was rushed to the hospital today. He's in a coma on life support, and he probably will not make it through." It was like a freight train hitting me right in my chest, knocking the life right out of me. And I began to drown in the salty ocean filled with my very own tears. And as I struggled to gather myself and try to figure out what to do next, I decided to drive home from California to Oklahoma, 26 hours of straight driving. And that trip was a journey that changed my life forever. Have you ever lost a loved one and can understand the many thoughts, feelings, and emotions that I was going through at that time? I went through many stages of the grieving process in one day, from feeling shock, anger, hostility, depression, and withdrawal, to finally feeling a sense of peace, wisdom, and appreciation. Have you ever spoke to somebody that no one else could see? I spoke to my father that day because I knew that he was there with me in spirit. I said, "I love you, Dad. Thank you for adopting me at the age of 5 years old. For waking me up every morning with breakfast on the stove as you left for work. For every whipping that you gave me, only to ensure that I knew the difference between right and wrong. You were always there for me when I needed you most." You see, in life, there are givers and there are takers. And my father was definitely a giver. He served 49 years, 11 months, and 13 days in the Army and Civil Service with tours of duty in Korea and Vietnam. He continued to serve our local community church all the way through to the day of his transitioning, cooking, cleaning, taking out the trash, mentoring our youth, and being a positive example to serve everyone around you. I am who I am today because of the seeds of purpose that he planted within me many years ago. And my father will continue to live through me because those seeds he planted in me will continue to grow in me and out of me and into my daughter and into her children and their future children and so on. And I'm so proud of my father today because he finished his life fulfilling purpose. Your purpose will not be found at a destination, whereas all of our physical destinations upon this earth will ultimately be death. But the purpose and meaning of your life will be found within the journey along the many different paths that it takes for you to get there. Your purpose is what you're made for. And to have purpose is to have meaning. It is up to you to define who you are and who you want to become and it's never too late. What seeds are you planting? Seeds of love? Seeds of thought? Seeds of service? Seeds of giving? Plant whatever seeds your purpose may be. And as we leave here today, I hope that the seed that I planted within you will grow and lead and guide you through a purpose-filled life. And as my father would say if he were here today, now you know what to do. In closing, and as a tribute to my father, the conclusion of Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. And sometimes I am up, and sometimes I am down, but still my soul feels heavenly bound. And if I get there before you do, I will cut a hole and I will pull you through. But if you get there before I do, tell all of my friends and my father that I'm coming too.